Welcome once again to Unboxing Unscripted Unfiltered. And here we have a very special unboxing for this uh, video. And this has been another one of those long awaited unboxings. And it's a little bit different because normally I would talk about other people's watches. But this time around, we're finally going to talk about our own watches. And they also included some other um, goodies for me. Now, this is the new bracelet of our watch. We're going to see the whole watch later on. And this was the old one. This was the old bracelet that I have. I actually still have the one right here. So this is the first prototype of our Flux Quadras. And those used to be on here. And it used to be that one of them is the clasp with the button, and the other one is just bare. But I experimented and found that this is much better fit. And this is the new bracelet that we worked on, and it's clearly more refined than the first one. Right off the box, you'll get some straps. One of the straps, you see there, Flux. That is our new brand right there. I'm able to finally show that after months and months of anticipation and excitement. There we go. And this is a 20mm strap. But this is not going to be the buckle that we're going to use. We actually redesigned the buckle by the time that we got to this. This is the new buckle. There we are. See there? Ooh, look at that polished facet. Very good looking. Okay. Very nice. Very crisp. Very crisp. And I love that they managed to get that done nicely. And we have some rings here so that we can play around with that. Here's the actual case, the mid case. Let's go to the actual main event. And these are the watches. And look at those. Those look amazing. Those look stunning. And they're still in the case, so we're gonna have to unbox that. This is my old prototype that we had. We're not really that happy with the color there, but also in time that may be a little bit more refined. This is the one that I'm really excited to look at. I love that colorway. We call that the Silverstone, and most people would probably know why I call it like that. More stuff there on the side. There's way too many, but let's put attention to what you guys came here in the video for. So let's unbox this strap first, or this bracelet first. This bracelet is this I'm speechless. I'm speechless. What's the use of this video if I am not going to talk? But, well, maybe some of you might enjoy that better. But this bracelet is one of the crown jewels of our work, and we're really happy at how it turned out. Albert was able to see the whole set before me, being in Aruba. He went there and he saw all of the components. He controlled and inspected them. But look at that. Look at that shimmering effect. And this is a much more refined bracelet. And he was not kidding when he saw it and he was telling me about it. It's really much more refined. And this has no locking mechanism. This is a spring, leaf spring clasp. And we made some improvements here. From here on, you could see there, it's a dual strut leaf spring bridge, opposed to just one from my previous design. It's much sturdier than before. Here's what I used to have. So let's see. Let's remove this. So this is one of the features of the first prototype. And you could see the difference right there. You can see the difference. The difference is it's much thinner, much narrower. Look at how different that is. Such a difference. And this was Albert's idea that he really pushed to get that thinness done for this bracelet. And I think that makes a lot of difference. And look at that. This is our proprietary Toolless link system. And we're very, very proud that we're able to get this in our watch. So as a demonstration, let's see. I already know my size, so I really need just 4 links. So you don't need any tools to resize your watch. And as you can see, you need a firm press for you to dislodge it. So that is something that we made sure that we tested countless times, because we don't want this to accidentally unhinge or detach from your wrist, right? And here's another feature. We also included a micro adjust mechanism, as you can see there. You can hear it. Yeah. And it's not a ratcheting type. I really didn't want it to be a ratcheting type so that you can have the positions locked into place. But the good thing about that is you don't have just one of these micro adjusts, you have actually 2. There you go. So you have 2 opportunities to adjust your micro adjust. And I think for the microbrand independent scene, this is one of the firsts. And we're really, really happy to have that in our Flux Quadras. Now, let's try it on in my older prototype, and you can see there, it just fits in my older prototype. Wow, look at that taper. That taper makes a whole lot of difference. Let's see on my wrist. Yeah, I have a 6¼ inch wrist, really small wrist. And there you have it. Very nice fit. Well, there's a slight difference in the fitting. I guess it's because the difference here, there's small micro adjust there. So since that's the case, I'll just adjust it one more time. There you go. Now fits better on my wrist. Or add another link. There you go. Check out the other prototypes. the red one looks so nice. Let me see. Oh, this is actually the older case that we had, but that red dial is simply gorgeous. That's another gorgeous addition there. And of course, when you pop it out, it has a red ring indicator there. Now, let's try on. Let me see. Oh, this one's the newer version. And here, the blue one, this is a blue fume. And this is what's interesting about these dials. These are Flinke enamel dials. So they're a combination of press and enamel. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But you could see from the back also some of the work that we've done. Now that is gorgeous. That is a heavily modified Lejeune caliber. We call it the LJP Flux, LJPG 101 dot FX for Flux. That's custom made for us. Yeah, I designed that the whole bridge. We This whole watch is practically new, all original design. The only thing that remained untouched were some of the gears in the movement. We even replaced all of those bridges and plates. It took really a lot of hours and back and forth to get that right. And even the dial, look at that, very textured dial. And you could see also, okay, and this one is the screw down crown version. Now the old prototypes didn't have a screw down crown, and that was finally corrected. And you could see here that's why it is, right? And you could see the seconds hand going on top of the indexes, while the minutes hand and the hour hand goes under. That is such a cool effect, and it took a lot of trial and error to get that. And those indexes are very nicely done. And this is a 40, uh, 41 millimeter case. Let's check it out on the one that I have. You can see the difference here, the difference in color. Mine had a different effect. We had a silvery, uncolored part on the outside. It's kind of like the reverse of a fume, but here we went full on fume with enamel. And I think both have a place in your collection, but here, this is way different. Now, let's put it on. Yes. You can see we added a lot of polished facets to make it a lot more elegant, a lot more attractive. So, I don't know. Let's put that in again, right there. There we have. It looks much deeper now with that kind of fume dial going on. Now let's try it on one more time, but this time on our Silverstone. Silverstone is one of my favorites. Wow, that silver really pops. Oh. Okay, the silver one is one of the really good ones. I love it. Look at that. Maybe let's add one more link here. So you can see, you can take one of any of the links. Maybe I gained weight, that's why. There you go. Then we'll connect it here. Here we are. It's kind of like Legos. I like Lego, guys. So yeah, there. That's much better. Just one more link did the trick. Wow. That is a very deep dial. Very, very nice. Now let's do one last pass with this red one. And there you go. That's the one with the red and with the rubber strap. You can see there. Difference between the two. Now, the good thing about that also is that these are 904L steel with 800 HB scratch resistant coating, and that hopefully would last you quite a few times, because I know you guys watch pirates tend to abuse your watches, and we want to ensure that this watch will survive many of those adventures that you have. So that is the Flux Quadras. We sent this off to a few YouTubers for them to review. So hopefully by the time that you actually see the detailed reviews, you'll have a better idea of what we have here. Sorry for the extended version of this unboxing. Probably I'm going to cut off some of the parts so that you can make it so it's easier to watch. So comment down below. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about our new watch, and I welcome all of the comments, and maybe we could even use that in our future watches that we're working on.